So Microsoft is one step closer in obtaining Activision Blizzard in the US. The F.T.C has been trying to stop Microsoft in acquiring Activision, but the judge ruled in favor of Microsoft. Now, the F.T.C does have a chance to appeal, but I don't think they are. But this is just in the US. I know they still have to figure things out in the UK, which is a really big market. This is still a huge win for Microsoft. If they do get Activision Blizzard, they're going to be getting games like obviously Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, Overwatch, and like Diablo, and a whole bunch of other games. Now, Sony obviously has been opposing this deal between Microsoft and Activision. So Sony's deal actually ends with Activision in 2024. So I guess we'll see what happens in 2025. To be honest, I don't think anything's going to happen. People are acting like Microsoft is just going to make Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox, which is not going to happen because there are more people playing Call of Duty on PlayStation than on Xbox. So just eliminating all those people, you lose out on a lot of money. And these businesses aren't here to lose money. Microsoft already said that they wouldn't make Call of Duty exclusive, but you never know. Microsoft did say they want to get rid of exclusive content and also bring Call of Duty to the Switch, which is a great idea. Now, I don't know by the time this deal actually settles and everything gets situated, like, would Nintendo already have a new console coming out? I don't know. And I wonder if they would make it crossplay because the Nintendo Switch is not really a strong console, so I don't really know. Now, the most important thing really from this acquisition is that Microsoft is just going to put more games on their Game Pass because that's their huge selling point. The Game Pass is what they primarily focus on because most companies now see that subscription-based services is kind of the way to go and it brings in a lot of revenue. So they're going to primarily focus on Game Pass, and now they can just kind of bring the old Call of Duty games, which is great, and hopefully the old Call of Duty games will repopulate. Obviously not by that much, but hopefully more and more people start playing those games, and then the devs take care of the servers, and so you can relive and enjoy the old games once again. Microsoft sees that Call of Duty makes a ton of money every year. Now you can sit there and be like, Call of Duty's not the same anymore, Call of Duty's falling off, but a ton of people still buy the game, a ton of people still play the game, which means a lot of people are still going to buy the microtransactions, which makes a lot of money. So I doubt Microsoft is just going to start telling Activision what to do and like essentially controlling Call of Duty that much. I feel like for the first couple years, they're just going to let Activision just do their thing, and if the game really falls off, then Microsoft is going to step in, but I feel like they're going to be pretty much hands off and give Activision room to breathe and just do their thing. Microsoft just really wanted to add more games to their Game Pass at this point. I remember back in the day, people primarily had their consoles only to play Call of Duty, and so from that perspective, I could see that, yeah, they would gravitate to the console that had the better exclusive for Call of Duty. But nowadays, people don't really care. People play a whole bunch of games, so that's not really a big deal at this point. Like, no one would ever buy a PlayStation just to play a Call of Duty beta early or get exclusive Call of Duty content now. I'm curious, though, if Microsoft was to be like that guy and just make Call of Duty exclusively only for Xbox and PC, would people from PlayStation switch over? I don't know. Or would they just end up finding a different game? Because I feel like some people would switch over, but majority of people would just kind of go on their way and be like, oh well. This deal pretty much helps Microsoft with like undecided people on terms of like they don't know what console to get. Because now when you look at Microsoft's Game Pass, you're like, oh damn, I get all these games for what, like $10, $15 a month. Then they'd probably choose Xbox over PlayStation. Right now, Sony has the better exclusives, so it would be better to get a PlayStation 5 right now. Like, I still want to play the Spider-Man game. Yeah, if we're talking about exclusives, I'm pretty sure for me, it would be the Spider-Man games and probably The Last of Us are the two exclusive games I really wanted to play. And probably God of War. But other than that, I don't really care for the exclusives. Now, I never thought someone would actually end up buying Activision Blizzard, which got me thinking now, would someone be interested in buying Take-Two? Because Take-Two is a pretty big company. Because now we're talking about games like sports games, we're talking about like 2K games and Rockstar, so you got GTA, Midnight Club, Bully, we're talking about Borderlands 2, Bioshock, we're talking about a whole bunch of games now. Now, I doubt anyone's going to go buy them right now, because that deal definitely seems like it'd get blocked. I see that Modern Warfare 2 had an update, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know what happened to Call of Duty. because I see that now people have superpowers and stuff, and I see people shooting laser beams, and I don't know what's going on. I never thought that would ever happen in Call of Duty. It seemed more like a Fortnite kind of thing, but yeah, I don't know what's happening with Call of Duty. They also added the new shotgun to the game, and that's the only gun I see on shipment. And man, I don't know what they're doing with the game. I think they just kind of gave up with the game, and they're just adding random things to it just cause. I feel like they kind of just gave up. I also see a lot of people talking about how the older Call of Duties, they fixed the servers now, so now it's easier to get into a lobby, which I definitely want to try that out, because I know from Modern Warfare 3 I haven't been able to get into a lobby in like years. So I just want to see if that actually works, because I'm hyped to play Modern Warfare 3. But this is it for the video. Comment, like, subscribe, and peace.